Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So if you want to order any of my services, tarot lessons, tarot sessions, miniature altars, t-shirts, hair or body oils, my cards, whatever, check the description box for my email. Do not get scammed by anybody who is pretending to be me. There are people that have the same photo as mine, a very similar name, and they'll leave comments for you all. They'll tell you, hey, I have a message for you. That is never me. I would never initiate doing a reading for anyone or solicit any of my services to anyone. So don't fall for it. Just report them and keep it moving. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to start off with my Declare and Decree deck. As you all know, you're going to write this down on paper and burn it to clear it from your energy. Whatever blockages you may have, this will be cleared from your energy as you give thanks to the Most High and your spiritual team to help you to clear it. So this says, all blockages of memories of who I am are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All blockages of memories of who I am is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. Let's see what else. I'll take one more. All fear of letting go of the past to pursue my destiny is now cleared from my energy and spirit and in flesh. All fear of letting go of the past to pursue my destiny is now cleared from my energy and spirit and in flesh. You may want to screenshot those so you can write them down and burn them. So it's definitely a strong energy of maybe certain illusions have been created about who you are in this lifetime, whether it was through traditional belief systems, you know, your parents kind of grooming you to think that you had to take this particular path, whether it's work related, you know, whether it's concerning your religious or spiritual beliefs, or just who you are as a person, you know, how you express yourself. You could have forgotten very much so who you are and who you were created to be through all of the illusions and smoke screens. So you're being called to clear that energy, but also letting go of the past to pursue your destiny. So your destiny could look very different from what you've been accustomed to doing all of your life. And so it's a strong energy of letting go of any fears that's attached to releasing the past so that you can pursue what you have been guided to do, what you have literally been formed and created to do. So that fear has to be gone. So let's just see. I'm going to pull random cards. This says, spend more time on your spiritual growth. So the more time that you spend doing the spiritual work, the more you will see the transformation happening, not just within yourself, but within your life. Okay, you're going to blossom. You're going to change. A lot of things have to be put to rest when you are transforming. And so spending more time on your spiritual growth is going to help you to maneuver and to navigate through those challenging things that it might be hard to let go of. So burning and releasing is a very powerful way to do that. Lighting candles is a very powerful way to do that. So that's why I always bring this out for y'all. If you want to be able to navigate and you feel stuck on your spiritual journey, order these decks that I've been guided to create, okay? It is going to help you tremendously. I am a living witness to that. And I have a lot of people that attest to the same thing. So this says, travel as much as you can. This will add dimension to your life. So getting out, expanding your horizons. You don't even have to leave the state that you're in order to experience. Like, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen every area or every place that's in your state, right? You haven't fully explored it. And so a lot of times people are more concerned about leaving the country when it comes to travel, when it's things that you haven't seen right here in the U.S. And so explore here first. It's going to add dimension to your life. It's going to expand your horizons. And what I feel is why that card is coming out is because you might have boxed yourself in. You might have boxed yourself into a certain way of living. Like, okay, this is what I'm used to. And so it created a comfort zone. But now that comfort zone is not so comfortable because there is that authentic self that's trying to break through that inauthentic self. And it's like, I want to explore. I want to see more. I don't want to be boxed in anymore. I don't want to feel like I have to express myself, you know, this way to appease certain people in my family or friends or co-workers. You're ready to get out there and to be the rebel that you naturally are, to set trends, to be a leader and not a follower. So it says you have so much to offer the world. Don't ever doubt your contribution. So your natural gifts are very, very powerful. Those things that are inherently placed within you are going to bring a major contribution to the world and to, you know, inspiring and shaping the lives of others. So don't doubt your contribution. If you have any self-doubt or any insecurities or fears that you don't know enough, or that you're not strong enough, or that your gifts are not valuable enough, you want to put that on paper and burn it, you know. So let's just see. You have The sacrifices you make today will be worth it. And so whatever changes you're being called to make, whatever things you're being called to put to rest, those sacrifices that you make are going to be worth it in the long run and in the short term as well. Sometimes certain sacrifices that you make right here, right now, will improve your life tomorrow. And other sacrifices you make right here, right now, will give you long-term improvement, from this point beyond. So it's like, don't be afraid to make sacrifices. Don't be afraid to color outside of the lines and to do something different. So let me see. You have here, forgive yourself for not knowing you needed the lesson, even if it hurt. Forgive yourselves out there, y'all, because you had to go through certain things in order to grow, in order to see the truth about certain people and to see the truth about certain situations and belief systems. So forgive yourself. Destroy and clear all unforgiveness of yourself and others. You put that on paper and burn it. I destroy and clear all unforgiveness of myself and others in spirit and in flesh. You needed that lesson. That chapter of your life was very necessary in order for you to go through this transformation so that you could get in alignment with your purpose, so that you could get in alignment with your spiritual growth. And so don't fear releasing that past. It's time for you to pursue your destiny. It's time for you to discover who you truly are authentically. It says, it may not seem clear, but the answers you need are coming very soon. So don't worry. Clarity is coming through. Oh, I wanted to remind you all of the personalized decks. This is an example of the personalized decks that I do. The channeled messages that I would write on these cards for you all will be catered specifically to you, for those of you who are interested. 75 to 80 card deck, okay? So this says here, you have overcome the most chaotic moments in your life. Now it's time for new beginnings. You have overcome the most chaotic moments in your life. Some of you all thought that you would never be able to get through it. You went through so many challenges. It was like, okay, when is this going to come to an end? But you passed that test, Chosen. You did that. And so now those challenging times are behind you. But sometimes there's certain fears that gets created when you're going through challenges. And so it can create a fear of lack, a fear of, going backwards, a fear of, making a wrong decision or making a wrong move. But those days are over, okay? Because you're spending more time on your spiritual growth and development. It says your cup runneth over, prepared to be lifted up before your enemies. You have an overflow of abundance that's coming into your life. And your enemies that contributed to creating those stumbling blocks for you, they're getting ready to watch you rise right before their eyes. And it's going to be highly intimidating for them. Highly intimidating because it says your cup runneth over, meaning you're not getting no small blessings. You're not getting no small, whatever comes into your life. These are not no small gifts that the Most High is granting you, okay? This is major, big deals that when your enemy looks at you, when they spying on you and they, trying to see what you got going on, it's going to hit them right in the face. It's going to hit them so hard that it's going to be like, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this person was able to gain this, or they was able to overcome that, or they're looking like this, or this is how they're communicating now. They're going to be shocked to see just how massive your blessings are because you've overcome the most challenging periods of your life, and you did it from a space of love and gratitude. You still maintained your integrity the entire time. This is why the Most High is gifting you. So it says you will greatly benefit from breathing exercises. So deep breathing exercise is very important. Sometimes certain things that you go through can create anxiety. And when you are in warrior mode, you suppress a lot of things. When you're in survival mode and warrior mode, you don't really have a whole lot of time to sit down and talk about what's going on with you. So you suppress it because you're focused on the battle. You're focused on overcoming the challenges. And so now there's certain things that could be trying to come up. It doesn't mean that you're going backwards. It just means that now you have the time to really sit with these things, to sit with what you've gone through, what you've been able to overcome, how it impacted and affected you. And that's why you're focused on your spiritual growth. So deep breathing is a part of your spiritual growth. It's a part of being present, just being present in this moment and giving thanks and having gratitude for the breath of life. In spite of all that you've gone through, you can still breathe. You're still here. And so deep breathing is going to help you to balance out your energy. So it says you need to forgive him. There's somebody that you might need to forgive that also played a factor in the challenges that you had to go through or that you went through. Forgiveness is for you. Okay, that person could benefit from it, but they don't always benefit. I mean, they might benefit in ways where it's like, okay, well, judgment time is here because you're no longer holding on to bitterness concerning what they've done. But forgiveness is necessary. And so, let me see, it says you are overthinking right now. So get out of your head. Don't allow yourself to be consumed with, especially if it's negative thoughts. Overthinking is not always a bad thing if your thoughts are in alignment with what you want to create. If they're in alignment with what you desire to have in your life, and these things are beneficial to you in a healthy way, then it can expedite the process of you manifesting those things into your 3D reality. But if you're overthinking about things from the past, things that hurt you, people that hurt you, things that you could have done differently, or that, overthinking about, did I make the right decision and stuff like that, then that will work against you. So you want to clear that out. I destroy and clear all unhealthy thinking. Put it on paper and burn it. Your spiritual team will receive the message and they'll be like, okay, they want a clearer headspace. Let me help them and show them what they can do. So deep breathing is a great way to do that. You can inhale. I inhale positive energy that's for my highest good. I exhale negative energy that does not serve my highest good. You see what I'm saying? And so you're more consciously aware of what you're thinking about and why you're doing it. You're being intentional. And so that helps you to shift your thoughts. And, over time, it becomes your norm to have healthy thoughts and to check yourself when you're having negative ones. So this says you are being spiritually attacked because you are healing. Some of you have been going through spiritual attack, but this is always the case for the chosen seed, right? It's always the case. Spiritual attack comes with the territory of being a chosen seed because you're healing. There are people around that don't want to see you heal. The powers that were most definitely don't want to see you heal, but the pawns that have been placed in your life in order to help create those stumbling blocks and those challenges, they don't want to see you healed either. But remember, it says you are going to be uplifted before your enemies. So those same people that are sending spiritual attacks towards you are the same ones that have to watch you rise into your divinity and receive everything that is inherently yours. Why? Because your confidence is at an all-time high. You're a leader. Your creativity is flowing. You're thriving now. Okay, so you're taking confident and inspired action towards those things that you desire to do. Okay, and so the King of Wands energy, there's nothing that's going to hold you back at this point. Like, you're making moves and you're making big moves here. You're in charge of your life. You're independent. Okay. You're very loyal to your decisions here. You're optimistic about your future. Okay. This could be you doing some creative things that's going to bring in some unexpected income. And so it's throwing people off. Okay. And so I have here the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Those people are being rejected by you. There's a lot of people that's being rejected because you don't feel the same about them anymore. Okay. And so you're creating personal boundaries here. You're creating personal boundaries to protect your energy. See, the Eight of Swords. So a lot of people, they're scared. They're in their head now because they see you making moves and they don't know where this is. They see that things are improving for you. So now they're afraid of where this is going to go for them. So they're having anxiety. Okay. They're having anxiety. A lot of them are paralyzed by fear. Yeah, they're feeling the pressure now. So they're going through a crisis. They're going through a crisis here. Let me see. What is this crisis? So I have, the Tower. Come on now. The Tower? They're going through a tower. That's what the crisis is. They're terrified of what this tower is going to bring because they should not have been working up against you. It's like, when will they get the message that you are not to mess with the chosen seed? You are here with a divine assignment that's going to be carried out. No matter how much they try to slow you down, they cannot stop destiny. And so now that you are in your power, there's nothing that they can do. And so these people, they're afraid. They don't see what's coming. They don't see what's ahead. Some of them are purposely blinding themselves so that they don't have to see it. So they could be numbing themselves out through addictive patterns and things of that nature. That's what came out in the last message. But the Tower here is destructive energy. It's divine intervention. The lightning is striking, taking down their entire so-called empire that they, this is an illusion that they created for themselves. But through fear tactics and survival mode and keeping you, going through all of these challenges, you also believe the illusion for a little while too and thinking that, okay, well, maybe it's just not my fate to have, particular things or, things like that. Some of you might have surrendered and thrown in, threw your hands up and just said, all right, well, if this is what it is, I'm just going to make the best of what I have, not knowing that the Most High has some great things that was in store for you. And so now this is what they fear, this tower, destructive energy. Okay? And so this is definitely shattering their ego in a big way. King of Swords, Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, they're out of control. They're stumbling over their own 2 feet. They're trying to upset your plans. They want to stop you, but they can't. They've been stopped in their tracks. They can't come towards you. They can't block you anymore. They can't stop you anymore, okay? Look at that, because you're optimistic. You're looking ahead. Your back is turned. And that's the thing, like, you've built up so much power within you that you can turn your back on your enemy and know that you're safe and protected. That's what's scaring them the most. Like, you can turn your back on your enemy and focus on those things that you love and know that they can't touch you. That's what's intimidating them the most, because they know that you know who you are. They know that you know whose you are. They know that you know that you're divinely protected. So that's intimidating for them, because they don't sense that fear. They don't sense that apprehension. They don't sense that paranoia. And it's because you see your future. You see your way ahead. Okay? You're optimistic about where things are going. You have foresight about what's coming towards you. You are anticipating success. Okay? You are happy with the choices that you have made. And so things are paying off for you in a great way. The Hangman is in the reverse. You're not stuck anymore. You're not stuck anymore. And so these people, they're going through a lot of stagnation in their life. There's no progress that's being made for them. And so now they can only anticipate that it's only down from here. Whereas for you, you only anticipate that it's up. So now that means that the scales have balanced. You see what I'm saying? The scales have now balanced, because for them, they were inheriting off of your pain. They was being lifted up off of your downfalls, right? Because a lot of them was doing spell work, doing wicked things against you, purposely creating stumbling blocks for you to inflate their own ego. And so it gave them this illusion, this false sense of security, and thinking like, okay, I got it like that, And so as a man thinketh, so is he, right? And so when you was going through your challenges, for some of you, you couldn't see the way ahead. So you might have had a lot of negative thoughts, fear that, you would stay in lack, or that you would not have certain breakthroughs in your life. But when you awakened and you started to take your power back, that's when the scales began to shift. And so when they started to see you waking up out of sleep and wiping your eyes, that's when they started to go harder with sending the spell work and, creating obstacles for you. But it's like the more things that they did against you, the more that you was rising up. And this is why they're afraid, because they know that no energy goes out void. So it has to touch somebody. All of that negative energy and those negative intentions that they were sending out, because they see that it's no longer impacting you, they know that it has to affect someone. And so they're afraid, because they don't know who the energy is going to touch. Whether it's going to be them first, or whether it's going to be the people that they were working with to come up against you, those people that they conspired with. They don't know who is going to touch first, but they know it's coming. So that's the scariest part. See, the Eight of Wands. Things are moving for you very, very fast, at a very rapid pace. The Most High is catapulting you up out of certain situations and opening up doors, okay? New opportunities are coming in at a very high speed. So again, you're no longer stuck. That stagnant energy is no longer a factor. They could not sacrifice you, okay? The Hangman is a card of sacrifice. They could not sacrifice you. You could not be their sacrifice, okay? And so progress is being made in your life. Things are gaining momentum, okay? Your work is paying off, and you are starting to see the results of your labor. The devil is in the reverse. This is why things are moving for you, because those chains that once kept you bound to karmic energy, addictive patterns, lustful behavior patterns, your carnal nature, unhealthy karmic situations, relationships, friendships, that stuff has been turned upside down, because you freed yourself. You freed yourself. You released yourself from bondage. Many of you have been doing the declarations that I have been putting out here, if you felt guided to do them, you listened to that internal guidance that said, okay, yeah, I need to break these chains. I need to break these generational curses. I need to, clear these contracts of bondage. I need to clear out past life traumas. I need to do the inner child work. I need to clear out these sexual bonds and the Jezebel spirit. Y'all have been out there doing the work. And so you are no longer chained and bound to this energy. You're no longer codependent on anyone or anything. Okay? Because you were truly ambitious. I'm talking about very, very ambitious. Like, you did not give up. This became your mission. Your life's mission became breaking the chains, breaking the cycles, and no longer allowing for repeat patterns to continue to happen through your bloodline. You saw the pattern. You opened up your eyes and you saw the negativity around you. You recognized who your Opps were. You recognized that certain career paths or certain traditional belief systems was no longer in alignment for you. You broke those chains, chosen. And so because of that, you can no longer be the sacrifice of your enemies. So now they have to find a sacrifice amongst themselves. Go back and watch the last message that I did. I think it was either the most recent one or it was the one right before that. Go back and watch it. 6 of Pentacles. The scales must balance now. You've sown good seeds. And so this is a card of inheritance. This is a card of generosity. You now receive what is inherently yours because you put the right energy out there. So this is gifts. This is, assistance. This is having a sense of community. This is wealth and abundance and power. You regain control over your life here. Because of the gratitude, you are being paid very well. You're being paid very well. The Most High is gifting you everything that was taken from you plus what you've earned. Everything that was withheld from your ancestors plus what you've earned. So you're talking about a whole lot of abundance, not just material abundance, but that will be a part of it too, but also peace of mind, good health, gifts, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, strength, empowerment, okay, authority, zeal, passion, excitement, all of these things, good relationships, community, support, all of these things you have earned in an overflow. And this is why your enemies will watch you as your cup runneth over, because they're going to be able to see that they could not stop you and that the Most High would never allow them to have that much authority to where they could completely override the destiny that mother and father has created for you. These people are, look, man, I ain't about to go there. I was about to say some things. But y'all already know what it is. You can complete the sentence. Whatever you want to call them, that's what they are. Okay? So this says making investments. You spent a lot of time, like you put in a lot of time and energy into things. And like these people, they tried to slow it down, right? You're working hard. You're nurturing, you're watering these seeds. You're putting in the effort. And they saw you investing your time and energy into something, but their objective was to make it move so slow that you would just say, you know what, I'm done, that you would throw your hands up and give up on it. That's what they was hoping would happen. But the Most High said, no, I'm glad that you was patient. I'm glad that you continue to nurture these seeds. And in the meantime, you begin to also focus on nurturing yourself, right? Because see, sometimes when things move too fast and you start to receive things prematurely, if you receive your inheritance prematurely, it can become the ultimate distraction when there's still certain internal work that needs to be done so that you don't squander that inheritance that you get. And so the Most High will allow your enemies to be used as a pawn to slow down your progress so that you can pour more of your time and energy into doing some internal work. So that by the time this harvest is ripened and is ready for the picking, you are going to embrace it. You are going to readily receive it. You are going to know how to distribute it. If you choose to share it, you will not share it with the wrong people because now you have discernment. Now you've been able to take the time out. Things slowed down so much that you had enough time to really evaluate your relationships and the people that was really surrounding you. So by the time this harvest is ready and ripened, you are not just sharing your wealth and your abundance with people who were trying to work against you. So the Most High is always very strategic in how mother and father move. So don't get it twisted. The slowdown and the postponement never meant that you was failing. It never meant that it wasn't coming. It only meant that you needed to still go within and to do some more evaluating so that when it comes through, you know how to invest and you know where to share. Okay? So things are definitely coming into fruition, and your hard work is definitely paying off. You will be rewarded. Okay, this is you manifesting things, your goals, your ideas, your visions. You're going to see the physical manifestation very soon. Okay, so some of you are still in the gestational process where you're still currently cultivating and putting that energy in. Be patient because it is coming. But in the meantime, do not be overly fixated with focusing in on the whens and the whys and the hows. Focus on internal work so that you're on the right vibrational frequency, and that will expedite the process of you receiving. Evaluate the relationships that surround you and make the necessary cuts. Okay, this says, look at that, Three of Pentacles in a reverse. When you evaluate the relationships around you, Three of Pentacles in a reverse is people that's in your energy that you're wasting time with, okay? There's a lack of team effort, okay? People that are not genuinely working with each other, but instead working against one another. So this is where you're being called to just evaluate these relationships right now. Who are you collaborating with? Who are you spending your time with? Who are you sharing your dreams and your visions with? Evaluate those things while your ideas and manifestations are in a gestational process. So the Seven of Cups is in a reverse. This is you coming out of your head and no longer being fooled by smoke screens and illusions. You're being able to see things very clearly, okay? And so it's this reality check. It's this sobriety. Some of you are being called to sober up during this time of gestation for your creative ideas. It's like, okay, once you are in full sobriety, you're going to see the growth and the manifestations of your creative ideas. And a lot of times, your enemies, they recognize what your vices are. They know what your weaknesses are. And so they prey on those things. They use those things to help keep you stuck. And so you could have people that was in your circle who was actually trying to promote addictive patterns. They was trying to encourage you to drink, knowing that your desire is to remove yourself from that, or trying to encourage you to smoke or to engage in particular activities, knowing that it was going to keep you in a low vibrational state. And that low vibrational state would ultimately cause a distraction, and it would slow down your progress, and for some even take you backwards. And so you want to evaluate who did you have in your inner circle, because with it coming out in the reverse, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, these are not people who are genuinely rooting for you or wanting to build with you or wanting to see you grow and develop. These are people who work together, collaborate together to do the exact opposite. So having a clear headspace and being in full sobriety is what allows you to see the true nature of the people that was in your circle, and to recognize some of the poor choices that you might have made in the past. Strength card is in the reverse. See, a lot of these people, they wanted you weak. They wanted you vulnerable. They wanted you doubting yourself and having low self-esteem. They wanted you feeling inadequate, okay? They wanted you to feel inadequate. They didn't want you to know the power that you naturally possess, but that's no longer a factor. Look at this, because you are the emperor. You are the empress. You are seated on your throne. This is a leader and a boss. They never wanted you to recognize this person, this true nature of who you are. This is authority right here. This is power. This is power. And so, of course, they wanted you weak. Of course, they wanted you in addictive patterns and in illusions about your truth and who you are. Of course, they wanted things to slow down for you, because the emperor builds empires, okay? Don't get it twisted. The emperor builds empires. It says, I am my own authority. I have the will and the power to create my life structure. The emperor says, I am my own authority. That's you. Ain't nobody going to come around and weaken you and try to tame you and try to overpower you and try to dictate how you move and what you believe in and what, the creative ideas that you're pursuing. That's what they wanted to do, because they were afraid of the power that you naturally possess. So a lot of them tried to groom you, okay, into believing that you were less than who you are. They tried to groom you into believing that you were actually one of them, when in fact you are not. You are a boss. You're a leader, and you dictate your own authority, okay? This is you creating stability for your life and thinking practically here. You have self-control and self-discipline. And this is why your structure and your foundation that you're creating for yourself is solid. It's solid, okay? Page of Pentacles, this is you learning, growing, cultivating new things here. This is good news that's coming into your life. Solid new beginnings and opportunities that's being opened up to you, but it's also you being the student. The student and the teacher, the student that's being prepared to be the teacher, and the teacher that's also preparing to be the student. You use them interchangeably because you know both of them are valuable in your life. But this is beautiful things that's happening for you. The Ace of Cups in reverse. A lot of people are feeling like they're missing out on opportunities with you, though. They're sad. They're sad because they're being blocked. There's no more growth with those relationships, and so that's too bad for them because they was very impulsive. They moved too damn fast. Very arrogant and reckless. Okay? Very arrogant and reckless. And so I see really beautiful things happening for you all chosen. I'm going to take one card from my Diary of a Spiritual Black Sheep deck to close out. If you find this message resonated with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know how it resonates with your circumstance. So let's see. This says, let go, let them go, and sever all false karmic contracts. Do not wait on that person to change. Instead, be the change you want to see. They played out their purpose in your life, and the result was great transformation, which will lead to new unions that are in alignment with the new you. Let them go, y'all. Let them go. These are false karmic contracts that you came into, but they helped you to grow. They helped you to discover who you are. They helped you to get back on your throne and to reclaim your power and authority over your life. And so as a result, beautiful unions are coming in. Beautiful things are coming in. They will watch you rise, and they're going to be on their faces praying that that tower doesn't hit too hard, because it's coming whether they like it or not. That's my message. I'll talk to y'all next time.